Stealing is one of the main mechanics in Steal a Brainrot, but today, that's the only thing I'm allowed to do. Welcome to the Only Steal Challenge. No buying, no trading, no begging. If I want a Brainrot, I've got to take it straight from someone else's base. The rules are simple. No help from friends. I have to reach rebirth 10, and if I slip up and buy something, challenge failed. This is either going to be the smoothest speedrun ever, or I'm about to get folded by a whole army of bacons. I spawn in on a fresh account, and Roblox immediately bullies me. Puts me in a noob server. First thing I see, a bacon base. Of course. Dude hits me instantly like I stole his lunch money. I tried sneaking into his base, thinking I'm slick, but he camps the lock plate and traps me. Tried to yoink his crabacadabra. Rage quit before I could even get it. Pain. Next up was a girl with a burr patapim. I line it up, ready to steal, and a random third party comes flying in like it's free for all. Boom. Knocked out. Finally some luck. Wide open base, no guard. I grab a Noobini Pizzanini and sprint like my life depends on it. First successful steal, boys. Problem is, first rebirth needs a trippy troppy, a gangster Futera, and $1 million cash. Right now I got a pizza Brainrot and like 100 bucks. Not ideal. I keep robbing the same guy because apparently he's never heard of a lock button. 3 free steals in a row. Black Friday simulator. I walk in, grab his stuff, walk out, rinse, and repeat. Then I run into this girl guarding her base. We get into a goofy stick fight, just smacking each other with wooden bats like NPCs. No skill, no damage, pure chaos. She backs off, and I get greedy. I push into her stacked base. Mythics everywhere. Top shelf loot. I stall too long. Panic, and boom, folded instantly. Big fail. Honestly, I don't even know why I hesitated. Like, bro, if you see multiple mythics in one place, you don't stand there and think about it. You grab something immediately. After wrapping my wounds, I get back on the grind. Couple more raids later, I secure another pizzanini. At this point, my base looks like an Italian restaurant. 2 pizzas, some profits. Still broke though, then the Galaxy event hits. Free spin, free 100,000. Roblox RNG gods finally blessing me, but it's still pocket change compared to what I need. And then it happens. My first real W, I sneak into an open base and grab an Orangatini Ananasini. Instantly, the owner, a bacon, notices. He starts sprinting at me like I just stole his Roblox girlfriend. I cut left, cut right. Bro's ankles are gone. Now it's a full-on chase. He's on my tail the whole way. He's sliding around the map like it's an ice rink, but he doesn't give up. He keeps catching up. I slam the door, lock it up, but he slips in at the last second. Bad idea. Now he's the one trapped. Some stick smacks later. Folded. Sent straight to spectator mode. NPC behavior. And just like that, my first mythic is safe and my cash finally starts rolling in. But here's the crazy part. I leave the server, join a new one, and immediately yoink another Orangatini. 2 mythics back to back. Now my base isn't just printing money. It's straight up Wall Street Deluxe. But I still need the Trippy Troppy and Gangster Futera. I hop servers like 10 times straight, just fails. Finally, I line up on a Trippy Troppy base. The door is unlocked, nobody's paying attention, and I slip in clean. Boom. First key Brainrot secured. Still no Futera though. And then things get wild. I find a guy guarding his base like it's Fort Knox. I push in, third party joins, chaos everywhere. And the dude just rage quits mid-fight. Free loot. I walk out holding a Cocofanto Elefanto, my first Brainrot god. This thing makes 100,000 a second, absolute jackpot. Instantly stashed it on my alt. No way I'm risking that. Still gotta track down the Futera for my rebirth, but yo, stealing a god before rebirth 1? That's a flex and a half. While hunting for a Futera, I stumble into a base with a Giraffa Celestra just sitting there. Not for now, but I'll need it for a later rebirth. So of course, I collect it. Future me is gonna thank me for this. Back on track, I finally spot my first Gangster Futera. I rush it and get folded instantly. Smacked straight out, no chance. But the grind continues. Next raid, I end up grabbing something insane, a Chakechi. 1.2 million a second. This thing wasn't even on my list, but hey, free money is free money. And actually, this one's not even for me. I'm giving it away at the end of the video, along with some other insane Brainrots I steal. Stick around if you want a shot at winning it. Finally, redemption. I snatched the Gangster Futera I've been grinding for. No hesitation this time. Straight to the rebirth button. Rebirth 1 complete, but no time to celebrate. Next rebirth, I need a Boneka Ambalabu and a Burr Patapim. Not long after, I find exactly what I'm looking for. A girl guarding an Ambalabu. I creep closer, and right next to me is a Bacon, trying to hype us up. He goes, "Stupid Karen." Man couldn't even say Karen right. But hey, motivation's motivation. I push in, grab the Ambalabu, and actually make it out clean after a long run back to my base. Huge W, let's go. And because I'd been stockpiling earlier, I wasn't starting from scratch. While I was AF King with my Chacheshi and Cocofanto printing money in the background, I stacked up enough to speed run through the next rebirths. Hit Rebirth 2 instantly. Then with everything I'd stashed away, I chained it straight into Rebirth 3. No grinding, no stress, just smooth progression. For once in this challenge, Roblox actually let me cook. Easy W, yeah. I decided to gear up a bit first, grabbed some upgrades from the shop, figured I'd need all the help I could get. Then it was back to the grind, hopping servers, hunting for something big, and jackpot. I spotted Gatito Takoto, but of course, I wasn't the only one. Suddenly, it turns into an all-out war. 4 other people dive in like it's a raid boss. Total chaos, wooden bats flying, random spamming abilities, absolute circus. I held my ground for a while, but in the end, folded. Couldn't beat 4 clowns at once. Pain, but hey, the grind never stops. Before I even got into the mid-game grind, I managed to squeeze out Rebirth 4. All it took was stacking a Crabacadabra and a Glorbo Frutodrillo. Honestly, kind of a random combo, but hey, if it works, it works. Locked those in, cashed out, and boom, Rebirth 4 secured. But from here on out, the climb got way steeper. Right before the grind really started, I stumbled across a stacked base. And when I say stacked, I mean stupid stacked. Secrets everywhere. My eyes lock straight on a Tralalero. That thing would have been perfect. So I line it up, stand still, and then out of nowhere, Boogie Bomb. I'm frozen, dancing like an NPC while I smack the owner into the floor. Rage quit. I wasn't dealing with that clown show, but I bounce into another server, and this time, jackpot. I spot an open base, slip inside, and walk out with an Orcalero Orcala, 700,000 a second, 0 resistance. After that, it was the classic cycle. Steal, stash, rebirth, repeat. I yoinked a Bombini Gusini. Easy grab right into my base. Then I glide home with a Bombardiro Crocodilo, flying straight across the map like it's a jet plane. After all that chaos, it was back to farming money for the rebirths. I AFK'd with my Chachechi printing money until I had enough to push through Rebirth 6. This one needed the Bombardiro Crocodilo, and luckily, I already had it stashed. Flew that thing home like it was a B-2 bomber and boom, button pressed. But that was just the warm-up, because now, I needed 7 billion with a B for the next rebirth. So I locked in with a Bombini, Gusini, and Chachechi. This guy became my personal ATM, hours of AFKing. Just watching the cash roll in, slow, painful, but eventually, it carried me all the way into Rebirth 7. But trust me, the grind was only just starting up. By the time I had to hit Rebirth 8, the requirements were straight up stupid. 5 billion. Cash. Luckily, I had already stashed a Tete Sahur from an earlier raid, so that part was free. But the money grind? Nah, that was pain. Even more hours of AFK farming. Just me, my base, and Roblox slowly draining my sanity. Every time I checked back, I hoped the number hit 5 billion. And it never did. But finally, I scraped it together, hit the button, and boom, Rebirth 8 complete, one step closer. For Rebirth 9, I was chilling. Already had the Cocofanto Elefanto ready to go. All I needed was 25 billion cash. Easy to say, painful to do. Even with Cocofanto spitting money like a busted ATM, the grind was brutal. Numbers crawled up slower than a bacon trying to type in chat. Hours went by. I swear, I aged a decade just staring at the screen. But eventually, 25 billion. Rebirth 9, done. Then came the real final boss, Rebirth 10. The requirement? My stashed Giraffa Celestre and 250 billion cash. Billion. At this point, it wasn't even gameplay anymore. It was straight up psychological warfare. Me versus the number counter. Every tick felt like a year, but finally, after what felt like an entire Roblox ice age, I hit 250 billion. One last button, one last rebirth, and just like that, Rebirth 10. The only steal challenge was complete. And that's it, boys. 10 rebirths. Mission accomplished. Honestly, probably the most painful but funniest run I've done in Steal a Brainrot. But hey, I'm not keeping all this loot to myself. I'm giving away a bunch of the Brainrots I stole, including the OP ones that carried me through. Here's how you enter. Subscribe to the channel, drop a comment saying subscribed with your Roblox username. I'll add a few winners and invite you to my private server so you can claim them. Let me know in the comments what dumb challenge you want to see me suffer through next. And make sure to smash that like button before a bacon steals your Wi-Fi. Thanks for watching. Peace out.